WIFO FM Jesup. It's 8 o'clock. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO. Brought to you by Connection Coffee and Creamery, O'Quinn and Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, First Southern Bank, and Van's Barbecue.
Nothing brings people together quite like a great cup of coffee. At the Connection Coffee and Creamery, you will find a place where conversations begin and friendship never ends. Whether you're looking for a space to connect or a caffeine pick-me-up on your way to work, we've got just what you're looking for. From delicious handcrafted beverages to rich creamy ice cream or a filling breakfast and lunch items, we've got you covered. Short on time? Order through our Joe app or give us a call and we will have your items ready for pickup in our drive-thru. We are open Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 to 2. We are located at 254 West Cherry Street. We look forward to connecting with you.
Are you looking for an insurance company that you can call and talk to a live person? Are you looking for an insurance company where you can walk in and talk to an agent? Are you looking for an insurance company that offers multiple companies so they can try and get you the best rate? If you said yes to any of these, then you need to call or come by O'Quinn and Associates Insurance Financial Services. We offer multiple companies so we can find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 385-1000 or stop by our office at 212 South Fair Street right here in Jesup.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
Hi, I'm Raymond Brown.
And I'm Mandy Yeomans. At First Southern Bank, our customers are like family. As a locally owned community bank, we're dedicated to helping our clients succeed.
We have loans for every need, whether it's personal or business. We have lines of credit, auto loans, equipment loans, and of course, we offer mortgages. Stop by our bank or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jesup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to the barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM, Big Dog Country Radio. Bob, your Steelers won last night.
Yeah, luckily Nick Chubb got hurt. I don't think Nick Chubb gets hurt. They win the game, but we'll take the win. But our offense coordinator is terrible. So
the defense had to score.
Defense scored two touchdowns.
Yeah, two of the touchdowns.
They win. We'll take the win, but
a win's a win, Bob. Yeah. It might have been ugly, but it's still a big W.
I'm with all the fans yelling, "Fire Canada! Fire Canada!"
We're not talking about the country folks. We're talking about the offensive coordinator for
Canada. He's got to go
for Pittsburgh.
Please, Mike Tomlin, give him his walking papers. Tell him to leave. So.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll get back to football in just a few minutes, but right now we've got a guest in here this morning on the world famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO. Bob, who do we have?
We're going to wrap up the interview with our candidates. Again, we've had all the candidates in. This is our last candidate running for city commissioner. We got several contested races. This is District 5. Katrina Dumas is the candidate. She's running against former city manager Mike Deal. Appreciate you coming in. First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and why you decided to run for city commissioner.
Good morning, Butch. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Wayne County. Good morning, District 5. A little bit about myself. I'll tell you that first. I'm a daughter. I'm a caregiver. I'm a sister. I'm a community service leader. I'm an educator, and I'm a provider. I'll go into describing those roles first. I'm a native of Jesup, Georgia, born and raised here. I have lived in District 5 for over 25 years. My mother is Georgia Dumas. I have 4 sisters, Brenda, Pam, and Paula, and Kasha. I am a 1991 graduate of Wayne County High School. I am a graduate of Armstrong Atlantic State University, where I received my Bachelor's of Science degree in Early Childhood Education. I am also a graduate of the University of Phoenix, where I received my Master's degree in Early Childhood Education. I am currently attending Georgia Southern University, where I'm working on my specialist degree in educational leadership. But to go back to tell you a little bit more about myself, in 1991, before I graduated from Wayne County High School, I was actually employed by the city of Jesup, where during that time you were able to, when you were in high school, you were able to check out. If you had all your credits, you were able to check out and go to work early. So I was employed at the city of Jesup, where at that time Underwoodard was the city manager, and I worked with Rose, and I worked with another lady, I think her name was Harriet. So I have had the experience of working at the city hall, and I worked with the Wayne County Family Connection, and worked up under Deborah Atticle and Wayne County Family Connection. We helped with the GED programs, and we helped write various grants. I worked with the Jesup Housing Authority here in Jesup, up under Larry Brantley. And with the Jesup Housing Authority, I was the program coordinator there. And during that time, I was able to write grants for the CYCC, which stands for the Children and Youth Coordinating Council. And that allowed me to bring in funds to support the summer programs for the kids in the Housing Authority. And I've also worked here at the Wayne County Board of Education up under the principals of Dana Lewis, Roger Lewis, late Jay Brenson, and Janet Royal, as I was pursuing my degrees in education. So currently I am employed at the Liberty County Board of Education as a teacher, and I've been over there for numerous years, and I've taught 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and 4th grade. And as far as my leadership there, I have been the new teacher, mentor there. I have been the grade cheerleader there. I have worked on the school improvement plan. I have been the district professional leader for 2nd grade. I've been the district 4th grade leader there, where I've looked at curriculums, and I wrote assessments, like test assessments for 4th grade. I am on the Focus Instructional Leadership team over there. I have done the 7 mindsets. I am on the Positive Behavior support team there. I am on the Response to Intervention team there. So when it comes to my leadership, I've done numerous amounts of things in the school system there. So the reason why I'm running for the city commissioner is because I want to provide more leadership in District 5. I want to be able to lead the community. When I say lead, I want to be able to listen to the community. I want to be able to enhance the overall standards of the community. I want to be able to advance more technology here when it comes down to our seniors, and I want to be able to deliver the excellence to the people.
Just joining Katrina Dumas, candidate for District 5, City Commissioner in there. What made you decide to get into politics? As I said, this is your first time running, so what made you decide to get in this race? As
I have been out in the community with my organization, I failed to mention that I am a part of the Rosa Weeks chapter number 24, Order of the Eastern Star, and we have been out in the community doing a lot of community service projects. A lot of people have talk to me about different things that they have noticed in the community, especially in my district, District 5, because there has been a park over in that community that has, I guess, been very unkempt. Nobody has, I guess, noticed that there was a park over there. And in that area over there, the park, nobody even knew the name of the park. At that time, and nobody ever responded. And I finally decided to take upon myself and my organization to go to this park and clean this park, and because it was unkempt, and we went there and we cut the grass and we cleaned the vines, and as I stated, nobody knew the name of the park. The park was just there. And so to get into politics, I wanted to make sure that I'm able to lead the people and listen to the people, the concerns of the people, because I'm sure not only just the park is the needs, like the streets. As in my area, I see where the streets need to be paved. Sometimes they want to just patch. We don't need to just patch. We need to pave, and other concerns in my area as well, the district where I live, they have to bring the trash to put in my yard, the trash cans to put in my yard. I don't think anybody should have to bring the trash can to put in my yard, to walk across. They should be able to have the trash, the garbage truck should go up one street, come down another street. So there, lots of things that need to be fixed, that we need to look into, that I want to be able to try to, I don't have all the solutions for the problems, but, try to make sure that I'm able to enhance some of those problems.
Have you been following the city politics the last couple of years, and have you been to any city meeting, any council meetings or anything like that? Or
before COVID, I did go to some of the meetings, but I have been watching some of them virtually online, and I know that we at the end we all need to learn we can't agree on everything, but we need to learn to agree to disagree. But at the end of the meetings, it's all about making sure we are taking care of the needs of the citizens. That's what it's all about.
Where is District 5? What all does it include? How many voters in District 5?
District 5 has about a total number of about 1,600 residents and about 900 registered voters. And it's over the areas is East Plum Street, Old Waynesville, South Palm Street, 301 South. If you cross over, there's Guilford, and I don't know if you're familiar with what they call the bucket, right, but over in that area. And definitely over in the bucket, there's definitely a park over there that I don't even think anybody has touched in a numerous amount of years, that I'm very concerned about.
Where do you live in the district?
I live over on Berkeley Drive.
Berkeley Drive.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's two names on the ballot. You're running against a former city manager. So what's your strategy? And when people go to the voting booth, why should they vote for Katrina Dumas?
My strategy is I'm going door to door. I have been going door to door because I want to meet people face to face. I want people to be able to put a face with the name and to vote for Katrina Dumas, so that way they're able to understand who I am, to understand that I'm ready to listen to their concerns. I'm ready to, when I say listen, I want to be able to meet with them and be able to take their concerns back to our meetings and be able to let the city manager as well as the other district managers know what our concerns are for my district. I want to be able to enhance whatever those concerns are, and I want to be able to advance. When I say advance, as far as like the technology, when COVID came, it shut down a lot of things, and when we look at technology, and when I think about like our elderly, As far as like platforms like Zoom and like Google Meets, some of our elderly aren't in texting. Some of our elderly aren't up to par with that. So I would like some of our youth to be able to maybe go out and teach our elderly how to get on these platforms. Because even like with doctor's visits, I take care of my mom. And sometimes the doctor wants to get on and meet them virtually. So it'll be nice if we can advance the technology and have the children or the youth to be able to teach our elderly how to use some of these platforms. And when I say I want to be able to deliver back to our community, I want to be able to continue to go to trainings and to meetings and be able to bring back to our community things that I have learned so that I can improve Jesup and Wayne County.
Okay, we'll follow the campaign closely. Wish you the best of luck. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, and I appreciate you having me.
Okay, have a good day.
You as well.
WIFO FM in Jesup, 105.5 FM, Big Dog Country Radio. More of the world famous Butch and Bob Show in a moment.
South Georgia weather.
Here's your WIFO forecast.
Sunny today, light northwest winds, highs low 80s, mostly clear upper 50s for tonight. Then tomorrow, sunshine, highs mid 80s, low 60s Tuesday night and Wednesday, mostly sunny, high low 80s. Thursday, mostly sunny, a slight chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, low 80s. Friday, mostly sunny, high of 80.
Georgia Chief Meteorologist John Weatherby in the GNN Weather Center.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. And we continue on with the world famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO. When did they start doing 2 Monday night games? I saw that in the last couple of years.
They got 2 more this coming Monday as well, so I'm not sure why they're doing 2 Monday night games. It's weird.
Yeah, it used to be Monday night football.
Monday night footballs, but now they got 2 more games this coming Monday. One of them's a good game. Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, both unbeaten. So
wow. Okay.
Happy for Baker Mayfield. He found a new home in Tampa. 2-0.
Well, hopefully he'll do well there.
He's doing well. Threw for 350 some yards Sunday. So, and a big win for Tampa Bay. Yep. Tampa Bay 2-0. So, but I hate to see Nick Chubb. I remember when he hurt that leg when he ran against Tennessee back in 2015. I still remember that. But he came all the way back and had a heck of an NFL career. But it was just sad to see him carted off yesterday. But it's a brutal sport. Injuries happen every day. So I'm sure Cleveland's on the waiver wire looking for a running back. So the Rams are kicking Cam Akers out of Los Angeles. So maybe they can go get Cam Akers. So.
Cam Akers is getting the boot there in L.A.?
Yeah, McVay said he's got to go. So they got him on the trading block.
Good. He's got a bad attitude. What's going on?
They're just not getting along.
Not getting along? And what's going on with Stetson Bennett there at L.A., you know?
It's hush-hush.
It's a hush-hush.
Yeah.
He's on what? He's on some special...
He's on some kind of list
that is not active right now. Yeah.
I think it's a 4-week process, but Sean McVay said it's an in-house matter, so they're not discussing
That's right. In-house matters. I didn't know. I was really surprised to hear that. I thought he'd be standing there on the sidelines, getting ready to go in if he needed to be, but something's going on, so hopefully they'll get it all worked out. Hopefully.
Doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. I mean, geez. Man.
Sad situation.
Yeah. All right. Football season is going strong right now. College games will get better and better as each week goes by, as they stop. Some of these powerhouses stop playing these powder puffs.
Got some big games this weekend.
Yep.
The Ohio State Notre Dame game is going to be a huge game Saturday night in South Bend, and Ole Miss at Alabama should be a good SEC matchup. So SEC schedule's getting into full swing. So it's starting to heat up. It's going to be fun.
Were you surprised that Florida beat Tennessee this past Saturday?
I wasn't surprised because Joe and I talked about it. It's hard to go down this. Only one Tennessee quarterback's won at the Swamp. That was Casey Clausen that did it twice. Peyton Manning never could do it. So, I didn't think Florida would win the game, but I wasn't surprised that they won the game.
Okay.
I said I thought Tennessee, with their high-powered offense, would do well, but I said Florida just ran the ball and controlled the tempo, and that crowd was into it. So, the crowd always had a lot to do with it. It's hard to win down the Swamp. That's why they're trying to get that home game in Gainesville instead of Jacksonville. So we'll see how that plays out. But when they build that new stadium, it'll probably end that. I think the contract goes to 2025. A couple more years in Jacksonville. Why wouldn't they
still continue to play in the new stadium? That would be
because
nice.
Kirby's wants it. Kirby's the big advocate for that game going to Athens, and Florida wants the game in Gainesville. So, I just hope the powers that be, that Jacksonville can sway them to keep it in Jacksonville. And a lot of Georgia alumni that live on the islands want it to stay in Jacksonville, but when your head coach is pushing it to get back to Athens, just waiting to see what the future is.
Yeah, well, if you got both athletic programs wanted in each one of their homes, the
good thing
it's kind
is
of hard to stop it sometimes.
The good thing is money talks. Jacksonville threw $5 more million to each team, so as long as they keep throwing money,
it's always about the money, honey.
It'll stay in Jacksonville. But
well, that's what you do. You act like you don't want it there, and then don't want the fact they're probably going to give you more money.
Kirby keeps talking about recruiting. To me, that's the best recruiting game in the season. Jacksonville.
Well, there's another thing when you're talking about recruiting. There's something about bringing a prospective football player onto your campus and to see the crowds and the atmosphere and the campus and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you know what it's like to stand there at the bookstores or doing the dog walk when it's coming in with the band playing and the players. I mean, my God, you want to suit up and go up there and hit somebody. You're so fired up watching the dog walk,
Yeah, but that game in Jacksonville is special.
It is special, and I hope they do keep it in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'd hate to see that tradition die.
Yeah.
But they keep talking about it back and forth. But I said, people in Jacksonville, and Shad Khan says that needs to stay in Jacksonville. So as long as they keep throwing millions of dollars to each university, then I'm sure it'll stay in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Like you said, when money talks. That's right. Nah, we don't want it here. Are you going to give us another foul bill? No, okay, we've changed our minds.
And that's what happened this year. I mean, that
We changed our minds.
that contract extension got signed quickly when they both got $5 million more.
We're not that adamant about keeping it. I mean, bringing it to Athens and to Gainesville. We can be bought.
It's just a strategic move to get more money.
That's right.
It's a great history down there in Jacksonville. Run, Lindsey, run.
Yeah.
Still the greatest play ever in Georgia history. I was there. That was a great
I know,
day.
you were there.
That was a great day.
Yes, sir. Run, Lindsey, run. He had the afterburners on, didn't he?
Larry Munson's call that's the greatest call ever.
Yeah.
The girders are bending.
They'll
have to renovate the stadium now. All those people with all those condominiums. There's going to be some property destroyed tonight.
There'll be some property destroyed tonight.
It's a great call.
Yeah.
Great day.
All right. Well, all that's going on right now. Anything news-wise here in town that we need to keep an eye on?
City meets tonight. I'll have that recap tomorrow. Also, they've got that public meeting today at 10 o'clock at City Hall about that wastewater improvement project. So
it's a public meeting. People are supposed to give their input on.
They've been asking
on
for
what?
They've been asking for the public's input the whole time. It's a City of Jesup given notice of a public meeting to discuss the wastewater improvement project funded by the Georgia Clean Water State Revolving Fund. Takes place today at 10 a.m. I don't know much about it. Hopefully Bill Schuman can tell me all about it today at the meeting. But again, this proposed project includes upgrades to the existing 301 South, 301 North pump stations, approximately 34,500 linear feet of new 8-inch, 16-inch, and 24-inch sewer force mains. The project is approximately $9,065,698.
Okay.
I guess the
infrastructure is expensive.
I guess the big question: who's paying for that? Is that
us taxpayers? We pay for everything.
I mean, is this a city-county joint project, or is this they got a grant?
You can find out.
But they've been asking for people's. We've been promoting this for the last 2 weeks. It says your participation is encouraged, considered essential to the selection and development of the final plan to be adopted prior to its approval by the state of Georgia Department of Natural Resources. Comments are received in writing to Bill Schuman via email at bschuman@jesupgeorgia.gov. So be interested to see how many comments he got. So we'll find out.
What do we all know about? Wouldn't even know how to input on it.
You and me both.
I guess it's required by law.
It's way over my pay grade.
Yeah, well, I guess it's required by law, so they do it. But a lot of people, you'd have to really be knowledgeable of that stuff to even have an intelligent comment or question about it, really.
I'm sure it's much needed, though.
All
that water flow.
Well, you've got so many old sewer pipes and water pipes and all that stuff running through the city of Jesup. But this is wastewater, so this is all sewer. So those things have to be replaced over time.
All I know is attending city and county meetings for the last many years. Bill Schuman is one of the most intelligent persons I've ever seen. That man is very knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable.
We're very glad to have him.
Yep.
I mean, I tell people like him and Elton Aspel, those people are invaluable for the city and county. Without
definitely. Not only do they have the education, they've got the experience,
they've got the expertise,
and the history of knowing what's going on.
They got the know-how, and they've been a godsend to the city and county for all these years.
Right.
Those are just some unsung heroes that people don't know how valuable they are. But believe me, when you go to city and county meeting and you see those guys present projects and talk about them, they're very knowledgeable.
Yeah. Most people don't think about the sewer lines unless they have one burst in front of their house somewhere, and then they start to get concerned about it. So, but they need to be replaced sometimes, upgraded. So, and I know they're talking about you've got to extend them to the new industrial parks and park here and other places. You'll get all the details at the meeting. And there was jury selection and a trial, but it has been postponed to next year.
Sad. Sad story. Nigel Lush was doing jury selection. He was the assistant prosecutor. They went to the morning session. They eliminated some people and had them come back after lunch. But after lunch, Nigel Lush was nowhere to be found, and the other assistant DA said they had to meet with the judge behind closed doors, and they came back after about a 20-minute closed door session and announced that the case had to be postponed due to an medical emergency. Nigel Lush had to be rushed to the hospital.
But is he going to be out that long? If he's going to be out for just maybe a week, couldn't they continue on? Or guess not.
They didn't know what the emergency was. Like I said, according to Keith Higgins, he's doing well and staying overnight at the hospital. But when he left in the ambulance, they had no idea what the situation was. They had no choice but to postpone the case, and unfortunately, they have no schedule the rest of this year, so it's being pushed to January 2020.
You're still trying to make up cases that were not done during COVID, so you got a very tight court schedule.
The trial calendar's full, but just glad he's doing okay.
Yep, glad he's doing fine.
That was scary.
Yep. All right, well, that's put off there. Any other cases coming up at all that you know of public interest in the courthouse? None?
Got to get with Francis and get the schedule.
All right. So that's going on there. And you said who's meeting tonight?
The city commissioners.
City commissioners meeting tonight. And then you've got that other special meeting on the wastewater public meeting. When's that?
This morning, 10 a.m.
This morning at 10 a.m. So just keeping folks updated on what's happening here in their city and county. All right. Anything else, Bob?
Nope.
That's it. All right. Have a good day. All right. The world famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Brought to you by Connection Coffee and Creamery, O'Quinn and Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, First Southern Bank, and Van's Barbecue.